Do you know what happens to your finances when you get married in a community property state? This is important to know whether you are young or a retiree. If you live in a community property state, getting married or remarried may drastically affect your financial future. Community property rules can have major implications for couples, especially if you have children from a previous marriage. There are 9 U.S. community property states: Arizona, California, Idaho, Louisiana, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin, plus Alaska, where couples may opt in. Can you opt out of community property? Yes. In all community property states, couples can enter into a prenuptial agreement before marriage that changes or waives the default community property rules. These agreements can state that all assets and income remain separate, or that only certain assets will be community property. If properly executed, the agreement overrides state community property laws. You may want to consult an expert. What does community property mean? In a community property state, most property acquired during marriage is owned equally, 50-50, by both spouses, regardless of who earned the income or whose name is on the title. Separate property is those assets owned before marriage, gifts that have been received, or inheritances, as long as they are kept totally separate and not commingled. Retirement accounts and assets earned during marriage are considered community property, even if only in one spouse's name. The implication is that at divorce or death, the other spouse has a legal claim to that half. For seniors, this impacts retirement income planning and survivor benefits. In terms of long-term care and Medicaid, in community property states, one spouse's assets may be treated as half-owned by the other, which affects Medicaid eligibility for nursing home care. Spousal impoverishment rules may allow one spouse to keep more assets, but planning is essential. Debts occurred during marriage are generally considered community debts. Therefore, a spouse is generally liable for their spouse's medical bills, credit cards, or other debts, even if only in one of their names. As you can see, it is important to your financial future to be aware of the implications of community property and to become more educated or consult an expert where the need arises.